this is Rob back from another review, and today I thought we'd have a look at this lovely piece of G1 goodness, which is very mint in the box, and it's a Pretender and it's Skullgrin. I picked this up last year and I haven't actually had a chance to have a decent look at it yet. It's been in the box for quite a while, and it's very fantastic. Now, Pretenders, we all know they're a bit shit in some terms, but I do like them. I don't like them all, and I'm certainly not rushing out to buy them all, but I do like this guy. And it's mainly for this piece of artwork, because I can remember when I was a kid, I got Power Master Prime, and on the back of Power Master Prime's box, I'm sure it had this piece of artwork. I'll find out soon because I've just bought one with the box, which I'm looking forward to getting. And this battle scene just really sparked my imagination when I was a child, and still does now. And there's so many cool characters on there that at the time weren't in the cartoon or the movie. And from being someone that I'd only ever seen Transformers the movie, The Rebirth, Dark Awakening and a couple of other episodes, most of what happened in G1 was kind of a mystery to me, so I had to sort of work out the story. But I was really hoping that we'd see this guy after the Rebirth, because I thought there'd be more episodes. And this just looks so freaky. Skullgrin looks so scary and weird and awesome. And because I loved Ghostbusters so much too, I had the Ghostbusters Tower in Acto 1 and loads of the little figures. This, I remember seeing these in Toys R Us, and I'm sure that these are a misunderstood line. I mean, I've not seen the facts and figures, but I think Ghostbusters toys were really popular in the late 80s, and maybe Transformers were trying to fit in by getting sales with stuff like this, because if you look at the way this is designed, it looks very much like Kenner Ghostbusters toys. It's got that same sort of appeal, and Thundercats, it all started getting very crazy, and that's what I love about it, is the aesthetic of it and the way it looks. Yes, there was definitely skimping on the robots, and they look more like Arbalest and Kranix, most of them, I think, the figures for these. They look like, I forget the name of the planet now. Is it Binary Crystal or something? I can't remember the name of it. But, God, I can't believe I've forgotten that. I should know that, but my mind's all over the place though, because I've just been told my hours are cut in half at work, so I'm not very happy about that. And as a result, probably won't be going to AA this year because I need to watch the pennies now. So, anyway, let's get this guy open. So the box is beautiful, as you can see, and it's still got the Toys R Us sticker on it as well. So, brilliant stuff. I got this pack here, and this looks absolutely mint too, all the stuff that comes with it. I really love this G1 stuff. It's so good when you get it like this, because it just takes you straight back to your childhood. So we've got the text back decoder. If we look at the back of the box, this is cool. So put this over, I don't know if you can see that, but it reveals the specs, and if you can pause that, you might be able to see it. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see if I can get it to zoom. Might be able to look at the biog. So, is it biog? Whatever it is. Yeah, anyway. He has been taken out of the blister pack, but it's still all as it was. This is what you'd get. And the boxing on these is fantastic, and that's one of the things I like about them. When you go to Toys R Us as a kid and you're seeing this sort of thing lined up on the shelves, it just looks incredible. So I've got stickers which have been applied, not by me, but that's the remainder of them there. So this looks like the catalogue, yeah, nice. See, it's like factory fresh, but I will open it for you. I think it must have been opened once before. Although, no, it does look very fresh. Very fresh indeed. So we've got the bots. Fort Max up there. And you might be able to pause this, but you can enjoy the nostalgia. I'm sure you can see these online anyway, so I'll just go through it quick. But does take you back. There's a prototype Skullgrin, different colours. I really wish that someone like eHobby would release some of these prototype figures like, as a reissue, particularly Hot Rod, because I really like the pink. Look at that. Although this one has got normal colours. But I can remember looking at this as a kid and just spending ages looking at it, thinking, "Oh wow!" You know, you just like in your head you're thinking, "I'm going to get that guy in the sky." But of course you're not, because you live in the UK, and yeah, they don't like. Let's put that to one side a second. They didn't like stocking everything in the UK, and it was really hard to get stuff in the 80s. So this is the same stuff that come with the Fangry that I reviewed ages ago. So I won't go through it too much because you can have a look at the Fangry, but and you see all this again. So have I got it upside down there? Yes, I have. Sorry. There you go. Nice little battle scene there. Very season 1-esque, except for the addition of Rodimus Prime. So it's kind of interesting that they're advertising all these toys with this, because as far as I'm aware these wouldn't have been available then. So you've got Thundercracker, Reflector, Megatron, Optimus Prime, not the Power Master one, no one. Will Jackson, Streaker, Mirage, Ratchet, Cliffjumper, Yellow Cliffjumper, Cosmos and Warpath. So it's interesting because I don't think any of them were available at this time. I certainly can't remember them being. I remember I was looking to get Ultra Magnus. This is late 80s though. So yeah, I should show you the instructions. Lovely, nice instructions there. Fantastic artwork. I mean that's just freaky. That's what I love about Skullgrin. It's the colours and the design of it. Sure, there's not a lot of action about it, but there we go. Not sure what you can see of this, but try and do it so you can see. And the various steps and everything you can do with them. So, hope you can see that. So, that's that. Now onto the figure. Or figures, as we should say. This is unbelievably mint. It's just crazy. It feels so fresh, it's unbelievable. You know, the plastic here, I don't know how to describe it, there's like a texture to it. It's very smooth. And that's my cat coming in. In fact, he'll probably end up knocking everything off with his tail as usual. Go on, Guinness. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute, mate. And yes, I know. I can't believe this. The cat has not been in all day, and as soon as it starts, great, knocking everything off with his tail. Alright guys, sorry about that. So to get the cat out of the room and give him some food. He's terrible with his tail. He just ends up knocking everything off. I'm sure he does it on purpose. He seems to curl his tail right around the top of the table, and it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. If you've got drinks of tea or anything, he just doesn't care. So I didn't care about these either, but never mind. So that's the cat sorted out, and now on to this guy. I forgot what we're up to now. The plastic, yeah. So the plastic feels so fresh. There's no swirly patterns on it or anything from wear. It's just got a really nice texture to it, and just that real solid feeling that G1 plastic has. And it's a nice bot mode, but they do look more like the guys off oh god, what's the planet called? Anyway, you know, Transformers movie, Chronix, Arbalest, those guys. I don't know, my memory's going right crap at the moment. So they've got that spindly feel to them. So he can hold these two weapons, and there's a male and a female one, so you have to make sure you get it the right way around. And I keep getting it the wrong way around, that's it. You can have them dual wielded. These guns are pretty massive for him, has to be said. He doesn't look like a strong robot particularly. He looks like you might be able to lift tin of beans, but not necessarily these guns. But you know, he's a robot, so he's probably stronger than he looks. And it is a nice mode. The sculpting on it is really good. If I can get it closer. Nice face. Nice head moulding. Stickers on the side there. That's supposed to be like a cockpit, I think. And the alt modes are a bit strange, but I like that. They've got a futuristic look, and you can use your imagination, but then again, this is what it's about, isn't it? It's I can forgive these guys quite a lot, because, well, I've got no option to do anything else but really, have you? So it is what it is. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's as simple as that. But it's quite stiff, that. This is the alt mode. No, it's not. Got these in first. So I did that completely off camera, then I was spaced off completely this weekend. I don't know what's happened. Since the weather's changed, I've just gone into some sort of a sleepy state. So I apologise for that. Get that lined up. I will show the transformation again in a second. So, is that right? Yep. So, this little tank mode, which, yeah, it does look pretty cool. It's got these little treads here. It's got a massive wheel and his crutch. Strange place to roll, but hey. Could argue it's a bit of articulation here. This one's quite loose and likes to pop out, even though it's pretty much brand new. That one clicks. But yeah, I can live with that. I think of the Pretenders, this is one of the better ones, definitely. And of course, you don't have to have the guns on, and you've got the head sticking out the back there. But what can you do about that? I suppose you could do this if you wanted to. You could fan mode it and spin the arms around the other way. Oh God Almighty! You've got to get this in the right place, or else you can't really move it anyway. Right. Probably look bloody stupid when I've done it, but you got to try something, haven't you? Oh, they don't look too bad. So you can have him that way. Looks like it's got a bit more elevation on it there, actually. You've got the treads at the front, and it's sort of tapering towards the back. The trouble is the guns here are pointing the other way around, so let's see what we can do with that. I'm just pissing about with this now. Oh, Jesus. A lot of swearing in this video today. Yeah, you could possibly do something like that. It looks more like he's turned into some sort of a tripod mounted gun or artillery. But yeah, you use imagination, don't you? I mean, the alt modes are clearly Hasbro using or not using their imagination. But they were quite cool. I've got the only of the Pretenders I've got is Pretender Bumblebee and Vroom and Thunderwing from when I was a kid. So I suppose I've got a few Pretenders actually. I didn't really realise until now. But this is the only new one I've bought since the 80s. I didn't even buy those that I bought for me. I was very lucky. My nan and granddad got me most of those. But yeah, that's Skullgrin and Little Bot Mode. There is the sword, which is like a PVC type plastic. It's very nice. No discoloration there. Very fresh. And I don't think the little robot can hold that at all. And then you've got this fella, which is Skullgrin, as we see him in Master Force most of the time, or Dauros, as his Japanese name. And that is just totally, scary. Absolutely scary. He is a brute. And, if I seen that coming at me down the street, I'd video it and stick it on YouTube, but I'll be scared. It has got a jaw detail here which hasn't been painted. But I think it looks really cool like that, because it looks like he's got like a decapitated sheep and maybe a rotten mouth or something here. It's just foul, absolutely foul. And it really fits into like Ghostbusters and stuff like that. I was watching Cobra Commander's review on these, and they smell good. They've got an unusual, pungent smell of old 80s plastic, and it's really strong on this. another smell in that. It reminds me so much of old toys, and I think it's PVC that I can smell, but it smells different to modern PVCs I've smelled, like Revoltex. It's a strange thing to smell your toys, but sometimes, you know, it's quite, you just notice it. And I think they're probably, when you're a kid, you know, very young, you tend to like chew things, or, you know, you're curious, so you sniff stuff and that. But I can remember smelling it when I was a kid, so I think it's come from like noticing other things, like the slime that you used to get for the Ghostbusters toys used to have the similar sort of similar smell to that. So I think there's a certain chemical additive you add into plastic which dilutes it down to different densities. So you get the flimsier weapons, it's plastic with a certain amount of something added or not added, it makes it more flimsy. And these arms are kind of like that feeling, but a bit more solid. These are the same, about the same consistency, and the head is probably, it seems a little bit more solid, but the shell itself is quite hard though. The grey bits and purple bits, that is, not the arms. But so you got this belt, and you can take the belt off, but it's a right bugger too, so I'm not going to bother at the moment. It's so fresh and tight on here. Oh no, it's going now. Just don't want to break it, you know. Though it's that fresh, I don't think I'm going to, but it feels pretty solid. Very nice design, the skull. Lots of detail. And the detail on this one is quite good round the shell. Sorry if this review seems a bit, oh well, it looks like a face though. That's pretty scary. So yeah, I don't know, that is some sort of mechanical stuff coming out the back. And of course the principle of these is that they'd have a pretend shell, which is like a biological thing that goes around to hide the robot. And then obviously there's the robot inside. So if I can split this shell open, there we go. Now we take this guy, I think his feet go down, arms to the back, and then he should, it's amazing, this is like brand new, it's fantastic, it really is. He should fit in there somehow. Yeah, he just sort of rests in there, there's no real way of going, so that clips together. Lovely, lovely. And then the belt, I'll just sort of loosely put it around in a second. This really is absolutely like brand new, it's crazy, it's just so weird how so much time can pass and things change so much, and then you get something like this and it's exactly the same as it was in the 80s when it was new. It's just really, really strange, I think. Things like that just blow my mind completely, and you start asking all sorts of questions about what the hell's going on and what's reality and how much do we know about the real world and all this lot. So, me it does anyway. I think too much. So you get this, you can combine the weapons into like a double barrel shotgun for him. Which I like the idea of a big monster cow type thing with a shotgun and a sword. Pink and grey, you know, it doesn't get much crazier and scarier than that, surely. I mean, you'd have to be on some really good stuff to dream up that, wouldn't you? And maybe people at Hasbro were by the late 80s, because there were quite a lot of people that were doing very well and experimenting with all kinds of interesting things. So there you go. I think there'd probably be uproar if there was something made less today. It seems to have gone a lot more less open these days, society, whereas back in the 80s we got given stuff like this, which is really, really freaky. And just for a size comparison, here's his nemesis, I suppose you could say, Powmaster Prime, or Jinray, and this one I've just started modifying today, so that he has actually got arm articulation, which is cool. Picked this up from a video on here, but it didn't explain how to get the pins out, so I made my own way up, and it's tied it up still, but cut off the plastic nub in here, then heated up the pin and shoved it through from the one side, and I'm hoping to open these out a bit so that I can just get more playability and options, maybe stick weapons in the side of it or something. And I need to get some repro labels. If you can imagine, you could probably stick some guns in the side here. Not that I'm really into that sort of thing, but you know, it's just making use of the hole that's been created and just to tidy it up and give something else for it to do. So I have quite a lot of Power Master Primes. It's just my favourite toy. This is one I bought to experiment with cheaply, and I'm getting one that's looks quite minty, good condition. Should be in the post this week. And I've got the reissue, and I've got the one from when I was a kid, which is staying as it is because I just want to keep that as it is. But I'd like to get one to original one to replay level up. So I do like the this version with the red eyes and the long stacks and the plastic. So it's just as it was and as I remember it, and I like the fact that he looks kind of evil. The colours are a bit darker as well. So, but I'll save that for another review because I'm going to do a Power Master Prime review soon. But I just thought you'd be interested in this. So if you do want to know more, it's you don't use that screw. You take these scars out of the plastic bits off, take that off, and just use the screw, and that's it. So you can finally lift his gun up, which is nice. I love that. So back to Skullgrin, and just for another size comparison, got a 6-liner, so about the same sort of size. Skullgrin's a bit taller, and G1 Slug Slinger. Gotta chip the plastic then. There we go. Knocking him about. He's alright. This guy's stained and discoloured to hell, and I wish I could get him apart to paint him, but I can't get anything to budge, because I was thinking of customising this. But he's alright as he is. I like him a lot. I just would like to get a better one, because this is, you see how I took the stickers off, that is horrifically discoloured. Absolutely terrible. But there you go. He's nearly 30 years old like me, so shit happens. He's going discoloured, I'm going grey, and this guy's looks like brand new, because he is. Amazing. So take this back off again. I just want to quickly show you that transformation, although you probably know it anyway, because it's not exactly the hardest thing in the world. So, articulation, leg can go, arm can go up and down, there's a bit of shoulder, and I suppose you could say a slight bit of wrist movement, but the barrel will stick out. So, nothing in the head on this one. Some of them have a rotating head, this one doesn't. So, bring these back first, I think. Not all the way. You have to bring these to the, just past halfway, because these things catch, and then you can take them to the back. Then you can bring these up, fold the feet out, and then you can move these. I suppose you've got that as well as an option to give some barrel posability for the tank. So he looks alright like that, doesn't he? He looks like a probably more tankish like that, really, without the guns, because they had like a little wing design to it. I suppose you could keep them together, maybe have them on the one side as a bit of a bias to it. That looks quite beastly, doesn't it? Let's see what that looks like. So at least you get options with these figures, you know what I mean? They are what they are, but I do think they're worth it to bulk out the collection. They are a bit odd, maybe not all of them, but Skullgrin and definitely the early ones are really good, and some of the classic ones. I think Bumblebee's worth it, because Bumblebee is one of the best Bumblebees ever, I think, the Pretender one. He's got the right head, and he's a bit fat, but, you know, so am I, so. He's good, yeah, good little Bumblebee, definitely one to get. So, there you go. Back to that again. So definitely one to pick up if you like this sort of thing, but obviously if you don't like it, don't pick it up. But if you're into your G1 and you like Decepticons and you like things that are grey and pink or pinky purple, then yeah, go for it. If you like the retro thing, so, and you like bots with wheels for a crotch, go for it. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this again, and I'll be doing some more reviews. And as you can probably see, I've shaved off the goatee and shaved off this thing, and now I haven't had a shave today because I'm going to grow back the full thing. I keep changing it all the time. I can't make my mind up what I like. So I think I like growing the beard, and then when it gets white, because it's starting to go white now, it comes off. So I'll probably find it goes completely white soon. I'll be looking for a new name for myself. Well, I am anyway, for this YouTube business, Rob Peter 1. I still haven't thought of anything yet, and I do like Gerard's suggestion of harmonic chaos, and that I might go with that. I've been thinking I might go with that. It's clever how he uses the adjoining letter, but I'm still not sure whether it's. I could think of something else and have a bit more of a brainstorm. So if you've got any suggestions for a name for this channel, then please go ahead. Yeah. And as I say about the AA auto assembly, I'm not sure I'm going to make it this year. I'm only down the road in Kidderminster, so it's not far away, and it's only 28 quid to get in. I might turn up. It depends what the financial situation is looking like, and also if I'm at work or not that day. So yeah, I'm sure there's loads of other stuff that I need to talk to you about, or might get off my chest and do a vlog, because there's loads of stuff going on at the moment. But I'll bore you to death with that another time. So anyway, take care guys, and I'll see you soon.